Never fear, Cinders is here. And today I have for you 5 plant-related facts on Dragon Ball Z. The first one, compliments of a comment from my video, Does Piccolo Eat in Dragon Ball Super? Is the fact that Namekians, their names come from the word for slug. Their names themselves are usually puns on slugs, but they have a plant-like trait in that they survive primarily on water. And it's debatable whether or not all they need is water to survive, and that they only eat for enjoyment. They don't have to have food. And as this person commented in my video, they made a note that there are carnivorous plants, and there are about half a dozen types of carnivorous plants. Most common to most of us would be the Venus flytrap, where it's got these big old leaf-like hands that'll clasp around an insect when it lands on them and digest it. There's also, if you're familiar with Pokemon, the Pokemon Weeping Bell, Victory Bell, and there's a carnivorous plant that looks a lot like them, that you know how it would kind of swallow the top half of James in the anime? These carnivorous plants do something very similar, and they can take in something as big as a small rodent and digest the small rodent whole. So that's one way we have a plant-related gimmick in Dragon Ball Z. Probably the most common one, the Saiyans. The word Saiyan in itself is a pun on the word vegetable, the Japanese word for vegetable, yasai. Then most of their names are puns on vegetables. Vegeta, the first half of the word vegetable. Tarbell is more or less the second half of the word vegetable. So you put Vegeta and Tarbell together, you get vegetable. Bardock comes from a root vegetable. You've got Brawly as broccoli. Kaba and Nappa are both puns on the word cabbage. Kakarot for carrot. Paragus for asparagus. Raditz, you probably know as radish. Turles, you rearrange the words for turles and you get the Japanese for lettuce. And so you've got the Saiyan names are puns on plants. Now, of course, like the Namekians are slug people. The Saiyans are monkey-like people, but their names are plant puns. And they're not the only beings who have plant pun names. The word Tuffle, for the Tuffle race, the people that the Saiyans conquered on Planet Plant before they changed the planet's name to Planet Vegeta, that word comes from the Japanese word for fruit. And running along with that fruit theme, during the Namek saga, most of Frieza's henchmen have fruit name puns. So you have Zarbon, which is Japanese for the fruit pomelo. Dodoria, a pun on the fruit durian. Kui, or kiwi, for kiwi. Apple for apple. Orland for orange. Napple for pineapple. Blueberry and raspberry, hopefully you can figure those two out. You've got even abo and cado, the front and back of the word avocado. So you've got Saiyans with vegetable names. You've got Frieza's henchmen with fruit names. And probably if we'd have gotten more Tuffle names along the way, the Tuffles would have probably had fruit pun names as well. I'm not sure there, but that's more a guess. And then again, dealing with the Saiyans, the names for the planets of the Saiyans are vegetable related, are plant related. You got Planet Plant, where the Tuffles were, and the Saiyans came and conquered it, and they changed it to Planet Vegeta. Plant, Vegeta, vegetable again. And of course, we've learned in Dragon Ball Super, their original home planet was Planet Salad. I mean, the only way that gets any cornier in terms of planet jokes was if it had been Planet Garden or Planet Field. And then the last, fifth and final of my plant-related facts. We have the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. Nappa and Vegeta come to Earth. And before they fight, they introduce us to what are called Cybermen. And these things are literally grown out of the ground. They put a seed in the ground, and out comes these Cybermen. Another play on the idea of a plant. These things literally grow out of the ground. So those are my 5 plant-related facts in Dragon Ball Z. Hope you liked the video. Hope you found the content interesting. It may not have been necessarily stuff you didn't know, but maybe it's being put into perspective a little bit differently than you really thought about. Hope you will go check out my other content. You will like the video. And as always, this is Super Saiyan 7 Cinders, and I will be back with more content in the near future. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super are property of Funimation, Viz TV, Fuji TV, Toei Animation, and Dragon Ball Z Abridged is the property of Team 4-Star. Of course, all of it, the initial creator for them was Akira Toriyama. Please check out their content.